Good day everyone, we are the Group 10 and our thesis proposal is all about the flour mixtures of cornstarch, corn flour in the production of gluten-free bread. Many people have digestive and health issues as a result of ingesting gluten. Gluten is a protein found in grains such as wheat and barley. Wheat is a grain that is used to make breads, pastas, and cereals. Bread is a staple food prepared by baking dough of flour and water. It is popular around the world and is one of the world's oldest food. A decade or so after, gluten-free demand continues to confound the skeptics. For some retailers, the demand for gluten-free is as strong now as it's ever been. The goal of this study was to see if corn flour and cornstarch can be used to make gluten-free bread and to know the exact amount of the ingredients to make it. This study used one type of flour, the corn flour, one type of thickening which is the cornstarch, and the other bread ingredients. Thus, this study focuses on the accessibility of the new characteristic, procedure, method of making of the product. Moreover, limitations of the study is also seen. This study limits its scope on the characteristic of finished product in terms of aroma, binding, palatability, texture, tenderness, and general acceptability. The result of this study was to gather data on the functional qualities of flour as well as the physical and sensory acceptability of gluten-free bread made from corn flour and cornstarch. And the outcomes of this study will be used by the customers to make decisions on which ingredients or flour formulation will provide them with the most desirable sensory features.
So in this section, here is the methodology of the study. So the available ingredients such as corn flour, cornstarch, dried milk, sugar, salt, water, dried egg, margarine, and baking powder were locally purchased in the markets of CDO. Experimental samples were formulated at the food laboratory right after the ingredients were purchased. And the preparation of the gluten-free flour blends were prepared following proper handling practices. In gluten-free baking, we rely on xanthan gum. It is a preservative, and also it is to provide elasticity and stickiness in our dough and butters. So as you can see in the table, the flour is 100 grams, the dried milk is 15 grams, the sugar and salt were the same, 2 grams, the margarine is 3 grams, water is 100 to 120 ml, dried egg is 10 grams, and lastly the xanthan gum is 0.5 grams. So the preparation started by weighing all the ingredients, and the first step or the following step was the mixture and kneading according to a specified sequence, adding first the dry ingredients followed by the eggs, water, and margarine. After homogenization, 420 grams of bread dough were transferred to a greased baking pan and incubated at room temperature and relative humidity experimentally determined. Dough rising was observed every 10 minutes to define the fermentation stage. The baking process was carried out in an electrical oven according to time and temperature. The baked bread were cooled down at room temperature for 2 hours and were then sliced and wrapped up in a polystyrene bag.